Songs are short. If you look up song at dictionary.com, here's what it says. It's a noun, and I'm going to read the first and last definitions. And if you want to head there yourself, you can read them all. But here is the first one. A short, metrical composition intended or adapted for singing, especially one in rhymed stanzas, a lyric, or a ballad. 6, the final definition, elaborate vocal signal produced by an animal as the distinctive sounds produced by certain birds, frogs, etc. in a courtship or territorial display. That's good. That makes some sense, especially with how songs help with courtship. I mean, one of the most important characteristics of a song has to do with its length. That's how the first definition started, a short composition, etc. Songs are short. Songs, by their nature, work best when they are short enough to be remembered as a cohesive whole. Now, I say short enough because it's culturally relative. In the last century, we have seen ebbs and flows as far as the ideal length of popular songs. There's no precise definition of exactly what short means. It's more like a range. A song's length is important because songs help us remember important things. If songs were significantly longer, we would begin to lose what they contain. But if they are the right length, 2 to 4 minutes or so, they help access a great singular truth or emotion. Of course, there are epic exceptions when it comes to length. But before we talk about the exceptions, I should mention one other thing. The standard length that eventually emerged of 3 minutes or less for popular songs was based on a couple of things. Initially, it had to do with the physical format that most songs were being printed on. For the first half of the 20th century, the most popular playing format was a 10-inch 78 vinyl record, which would contain up to 3 minutes of recorded music. The other factor was that radio stations settled on that number to maximize the payoff on the mix of songs and advertisements. And even after technology changed and could fit more, they liked that 3 to 3.5 minute song length to maximize income. Apparently, there's a story that the producer of the Righteous Brothers' famous song, You've Lost That Loving Feeling, lied about the song's length to get it played. And it messed up stations' entire programs because it pushed the time off on every following song and radio commercial. Yet before they could take it down, the song had already hooked its listeners and become an unstoppable hit. At that time, the longest song ever to top the charts. How long was it? 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Wow, crazy, huh? 45 seconds past the finish line for the formula. Around that same time, Bob Dylan's 1965 song, Like a Rolling Stone, came out at just over 6 minutes, which became one of the first big challenges to the 3-minute rule. It met a lot of resistance, but it connected and charted at number 2 in the US. Other long songs that were memorable and did extremely well. American Pie by Don McLean. Coming in at 8 minutes and 37 seconds, it's the longest song ever to hit number 1 on the pop charts. Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin. 8 minutes, 3 seconds. And Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen at 6 minutes. I mean, the standard song length of 3 minutes is about 3 things that start with the letter M: mechanics, money, and memory. For now, let's focus on the third one, memory. Songs help us remember. Keeping a song focused helps us with that. Songs work best when they express a singular truth, when they say one thing versus 4 things. Even if it's a story song, it's telling one story, not 4. Inexperienced songwriters tend to write about several things in a song, and the song's lyric doesn't hold together very well. It's hard to remember a song when you can't summarize what the song is about. Most songs that don't connect have too many words, not too few.